Hello everybody, welcome to our live stream here on Twitch and lichess.org. I'm International Master William Pascal, aka Sladgie, here on Twitch. Guys, we are starting our weekly tournament for the team, our lichess club / team. So please tune in and join us. You guys can join our team, the Pawn and Horses Club. If you'd like to join the tournament, you have to be a member of our club in order to play. So, without further ado, let's get started. We've got 6 players registered thus far. Schieberspieler, it's an honor. Schieberspieler rated merely 2586, nothing big. Shattering my all-time record of like 2515 or something. Sparkle Horse, Xerox, Cheesy Noob, Ludlud, and Astrobait. Only 6 players thus far, guys. Let's get it. Let's get 30 to 50 players. Sorry, I've got allergies. So, it's also insanely hot. It is like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's September 15th. What's a little global warming? Doesn't exist. The Earth is flat, right? No. It is 90 degrees Fahrenheit in my office, and it's probably more than that because it's fairly bad ventilation here. So it's probably something like 95 degrees Fahrenheit in my office right now. Not pleasant. DK Guy, what's up? Thank you for resubscribing. 8 months. Seems like longer. The DK Guy's been here, giving me trouble. Schieberspieler's here. Astrobait, Mubat. I don't feel like drinking my usual Tuesday whiskey, so bad things can happen today. I had a glass of whiskey last night. Just one. Alright. So, Astrobait, are you in the house? We've only got 6 players. We got to get more. We won't have enough rounds. I did make an announcement in the Twitch team. We've got 11 minutes to get started. Let's put the link out there. I don't know if it's as hot as it is for you guys. I understand if you don't want to play. Wherever you are. It's freaking hot, but not in Denmark, probably. Mr. Coffee's here. Speaking of Mr. Coffee, I just started my coffee. Alright, we got Mr. Coffee. Probably can't play. Warnaki, I hope you can play. We need a couple more players before this thing gets started. It's kind of cool there. Another hurricane going to hit the United States down south. As I understand. It's a good thing you're not in Florida, Coffee. You can't play today. Oh no. We've got just 6 players, guys. You can register up through the 4th or 5th round. You gotta fix your computer. Are you on the phone? Alright guys, please check out our stream here on lichess and Twitch, and check out my YouTube channel. If you can subscribe on YouTube, that's free. Free for me. We've got a strong field already. Schieberspieler, Sparkle Horse, Xerox, Cheesy Noob, Ludlud, Astrobait. Hopefully DK Guy can play. He came in, subscribed, now he's disappeared. Very, very hot here, man. I don't know how well I'm going to play. Schieberspieler doesn't have his whiskey. I'm dying of heat exposure. Man, this is like the hottest day. Maybe this is the second hottest day, it feels like. Unbelievable today. Really, really brutal now, even at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Mr. Slowhand's lurking out there. You have a bullet rating that needs attending. Not now. We desperately need entrance into the tournament. Don't know why we're so short today. Usually we have 10 or 12 players at around the start time, and then we end up with up to 30. Of course, it depends if Rapid or Blitz. Your bullet rating needs attending. Whose bullet rating? You have a bullet rating now. Not important. Alright, I'm gonna get me a beer. It's just too hot. Maybe just I'll hold the beer and I won't actually drink it. Just hold the can in to my neck or something. Ooh, it's so hot, man. Japanese beer. It's a good ice pack. Don't actually drink it, we just hold it to our body. Man, this is devastating. This is devastating. Guys, check out the stream. Princess Chess, welcome. DK guy, it's not important your bullet rating. You can fix that anytime. Join the tournament. Mr. Slowhands in. Sandbagging at 1913. Princess Chess and Mr. Coffee probably have to work. All those American people with jobs on this Tuesday, midday. You're having Dunkin'... What? You're having Donut Shop medium roast today. Donut Shop? Is that a brand or just a generalization? Very hot here. I'm suffering. It's actually a brand. Alright. Coffee for the caffeine only. Luckily it wasn't too hot. But man, it's hot. Horrible. Luckily it's not that humid here, as in some places. Florida, for example. Okay guys, just a couple minutes. Princess Chess can play a couple games. Perhaps at lunch. No problem at all. Jobs are a pain in the ASS. WP. We've got 9 players. So 7 rounds were good. We've got at least 8 players to play 7 rounds. Children. Caffeine pills. Whew. Engage in any heavy drinking. Alright. Fire tablet. You almost got fired today. I just got a message from my fire tablet. Ironically. That's really funny. I mean, not funny for you, but it is kind of ironic. The DK guy says he almost got fired today. And the fire tablet sent me a notification in exactly the same moment. It's a good sign. Always a good sign that you're still alive when you almost get fired. I watched this old, well, they're all old, Twilight Zone episode last night where this guy is having this recurring dream that he keeps getting accused of murder and then keeps having his murder trial over and over again, living in like a loop where he goes on trial and then gets executed and it starts all over again. Has anybody else ever seen that Twilight Zone? I had never seen it before. But hopefully it's not a dream we're living in. It is a weird concept, you know, to think that like the whole world could be like a dream. You needed your boss to make an adjustment to my time plan. He said he couldn't get any work done. His PC was down. You asked what's new. Oof. Attitude. DK guy, what you need is a vacation. Just not a permanent one. You gotta be careful. I mean, I'm not like, you know, experienced with working in an office, but got a message there. Hello, please take me. I want to take... This guy's asked me, hello, please take me. I want to take part in the tournament. But AAA Arsh, you have to join the team. Oh, I got the message now, it looks like. Maybe Mr. Coffee got it. Did you get that coffee? Perhaps not. He's right there. Alright. AARP. Just about enough games. Yeah, guys, don't send me messages. I'll just request the team to join. Yeah, I think a little vacation for DK Guy may be in order. This pandemic is stressing everybody out. Mr. Coffee can confer. He knows the feeling. Bosses that maybe you have a sensitive relationship with. From what I understand, anyway. All these working people. DK Guy, I thought you played maybe once with Schieberspieler. That must have been a day when DK Guy had a tough day at the office. Schieberspieler, when he crushed you with H5. He was venting his frustrations about his boss on Schieberspieler. And, but it's possible it was just avoiding Schieberspieler's solid but sometimes slightly dry openings. H5 is sure to liven things up. So Schieberspieler rated 2586, just 14 more days to go till he's 2600. I can't wait. We can boast having 2600 on the stream. So now we've got 12 players, plenty. Alright, I'm going to try this Japanese beer, Asahi. I don't think I ever had it. I know that Asahi, I thought that Asahi was a tuna. Am I crazy? Kind of tuna? Asahi tuna? I haven't had sushi in a long time. Alright, we got another message. Are you serious? He sent me a message to say thanks. Dinekis! Hey guys, what's up? Alright. Please don't pair me with Schieberspieler in the first round. I need to start slow and work my way up. This beer looks very light. Is anybody familiar with Japanese beers? Good luck, guys. Getting ready to get started. We've got a 7-round Rapid tournament. We host the tournament Blitz or Rapid every week here with my Pawnda Club. So Tuesday, it's our 10th Rapid Swiss. It's been going approximately 20 weeks now, the Swisses. Sladgie, always get your king to a safe place. Guys, it's the start of the week. What is today? Tuesday? What's up? Why am I confused? Why do we have no donations for this week? Today's Tuesday. We had a stream yesterday. Nobody donated any bits? That seems kind of weird. We didn't have any bit donations yesterday? Or are they like changing it so that it's resetting on a new day? Maybe we didn't have any. I know we had a resub yesterday. Maybe we didn't have any. So it still is possible to be the first one to gift a sub. Or make a donation. No, we did have Warnaki donated 25 bits. Okay, there it is. I thought so. Maybe Ludlud's not here? But you don't get forfeited like you do in the arenas when your time runs out, unfortunately. Maybe they should have a rule like, you know, a couple minutes and you win by forfeit. So you don't have to like go through the whole 7-minute wait. I always tell the story how Sebe Attila, he came like 13 minutes late to a 15-minute Rapid game against me and beat me anyway. That was embarrassing. That's really awkward, you know, like when your opponent's giving you 15-2 time odds. It's a very awkward feeling. Antonio arrived 1 second late. Oh, so now you have to wait till the next round. Maybe they can switch you. The tournament director can manually switch you with Ludwig. I'm not gonna make you guys watch this. That kind of sucks. We should watch another game. Let's do it. I mean, is that gonna close my game? Huh. Seriously, I mean, there should be a forfeit after 2 minutes. That sucks. Anyway, we'll just chat while we're waiting. Schieberspieler is up to number 5 on the All-Star Rapid player list. This is the big disadvantage, obviously, in the Swiss system versus Arena. Registering in advance and games get forfeited. Princess Chess had to do that a couple times. Not trying to make you feel bad, but just as an example. Sometimes good people do bad things. We've had that conversation already. I told you guys how I never forfeited, but I did forfeit in a German once. I never straight up like forfeited a game. It's sort of amazing that I haven't. I've played probably like, I don't know exactly, maybe 2,500 tournament games. I've been playing for over 30 years. It's in the 2000s. It's got to be in the 2000s somewhere. Princess Chesto Man, glad I never forfeited on a stream. Well, not directly. Normally the forfeited player is not getting highlighted here. How can I show the other boards without like something funky happening, like I resign my game for leaving the board? There should be an easier way to like split the screen and do 2 boards on the same screen. Three more minutes to go. You had Japanese beer once. Were you in Japan, Mr. Coffee? It's good. It's very mild. Very, very mild. It's not like, but it has some taste, but it's like a kind of subtle taste. I'm trying to think what it would remind me of. I mean, honestly, it's probably not that different from American style beers. They're kind of a full-bodied American beer. Not as distinctive as like what I would normally drink here in Central Europe. Alright, Knights Templar, welcome. Thanks for being a subscriber. Guys, please support the stream if you can. New week, we've got a donation by Warnaki for 25 bits and no gift subs yet, so let's get it started. Help me get through this pandemic financially. You can't leave without resigning. That's kind of scary. That's annoying. But we will have 7 minutes at least to watch another game. So, Pawnda, what's up? Well, I'm enduring very hot temperatures here. I mean, normally by September it would cool off a little bit. But it's like the hottest day, I think. It's about equal to the hottest day. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It might have gone over 90 a couple times, but not by much. I'm just not used to this. Usually I spent my summers in the US, East Coast, Northeast Coast. Never too many days this hot as in Budapest. I don't like Budapest summer. It is not pleasant. You were gifted a subscription. I think it was probably this likelihood was probably Mr. Slowhand, who gifted over 30 subs last week. The stream keeps cutting out for you. I hope it's not on our end. I think we're good. I do have good internet. My computer is probably on the verge of overheating, though. It's like 95 degrees here in my office. Might be close to 100. Ventilation. Never did break down and get an air conditioning unit. Next year I'm definitely going to get one. If I have to endure this again. I kept like putting it off, and then finally it was like, well, it wouldn't be worth it to get it for like a month. Hopefully I'll get to go back to the United States for next summer. So you can tell who gifted you the sub? That's cool. Knights Templar. Thanks, Mr. Slow. Again, for last week's donations. Don't make Mr. Slowhand have to be the sole supporter of the stream. Guys, please support the stream and donate if you can. Alright. Lulid is finally going to forfeit here. Whew, this is the longest 7 minutes of my life. Ticking. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Alright, whatever. Yes. Yes. Whatever. Alright. Back to tournament. Let's watch another game. Dinekis is still playing. Mr. Slow, in honor of his game donations last week, notifications tell viewers who gifted today. That's cool. So, IQP position. Oh no. See, this is what Mr. Slowhand gets for his sandbagging. He gets a really strong opponent for the first game. Probably he should be in the top half of the cross table. With that 1900, he didn't make the cut. That's unbelievable. Possible though. So Ludlud was actually not making the cut as well. With 1900. DK guy is... he's talking back to his boss now, so be careful. What's he opening? Karo Khan. Exchange variation. Panov. I like this line, but you should play c5, Mr. Slow. This is old school. Technically supposed to be like inaccurate for black. Alexei Swayton. Karo Khan for the tournament player. Recommends c5 for white. Well, I mean, the book was for black, but I remember clearly, like, you're not supposed to play like this with black. I've had a number of games. I mean, c5 is really strong here. Mr. Slow perhaps doesn't like closing the structure. I mean, I'm also not a lover of c5, but I know that particular position c5 is good. The idea of playing like c5, bishop e5, you get a Nimzovician kind of sort of, what would I call it? Trying to look for the word. Nimzovician crackdown on e5. Thank you for the beer. So we finally ended up in this position where this is obviously a happy diagonal, but it's under control. The more pieces that are exchanged, the more like this isolated pawn could potentially be a weakness. But right now the primary problem for Mr. Slow is his time disadvantage. DK guy is slowly creeping up. He's up to 22.58 in Rapid. But I long contended he was underrated, even when he was around 22. I think he's underrated. This isn't too bad for white. The knight on g6 sucks. That factor should somewhat compensate for the bad isolated pawn. And it's nice the way that the Mr. Slow played with g3. Killing the knight. and enabling like h4, h5. He's also got the support point here on c5, which is nice. But again, like a limited amount of pieces on the board. Both bishops exchanged. The trades favor black. But you understand the major problem here. He did h4. No real threat at the moment. I'm concerned about Mr. Sloyan's time situation. You're lost. Of course you're lost, DK guy. Totally lost. I would say the position's equal, honestly. Dynamically equal. But in time, TK guy is winning. If time were a physical material thing, DK guy would be virtually winning. But it's not sudden death. I mean, we've got increment of 3 seconds, which is enough. It's enough not to lose, but it doesn't make it easy to play. It's Mr. Slow shouldn't get himself in this bad of time pressure. This is like me on a bad day. One of my stream games where I do stuff like this, go down to my increments against 3 minutes. But it makes it very hard to play. You've got no margin for error. And DK guy, if white makes a mistake, you know, it's over for white based on the time edge. The #1 rule of Fight Club. You guys know it, right? Tough situation here. White has to defend, but he can't get too passive. I would say, you know, in a lot of cases it's better to lose the isolated pawn. But Mr. Slow has to be careful not to allow any sort of worsening of his position in other respects. He has good drawing chances. In a vacuum, you know, but there's a lot of pawns on the board. It's still very complicated. Good endgame. It's looking grim. The brothers grim. F5. Something of a problem. Nowhere to go. Alright, any games left? Pretty smooth game by DK guy there. One minute to go, guys. HTFP just subscribed to tier 2. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing the HTFP. Join the tournament. So we got Schieberspieler, Sparkle Horse, DK Guy, Vichy the Player up to 2225, Xerox 2200, Cheesy Noob, BM13, Aldisto got, he's 2200 with a half point. Nice draw by BM13, by the way, drawing with Aldisto. Much higher rated. And Morales with a draw with, was that with Mitun? Morales is a sandbagger. So that's a pretty good... No, actually, Migtun is 2003. Alright. Still, it's a good draw, being that Morales is a mild sandbagger. Oh, Aldisto says BM13 is a former student of yours. Ah. Former. Bad blood. I'm just kidding. Alright. The noob. Student of chess, I suppose. But it could be something else. For all we know. Aldisto is a piano teacher. So, d4, knight f6, knight f3. The noob playing white. Once I played knight e4 against Feugl there, that was a bad idea. Bishop b7 is much, much better. I think he should probably think about taking and playing e4. Think about it. I don't know. So if I take with the pawn, you can play e4 and transpose the line I was just recommending. But let's see, like pawn takes e4 castles, and then, yeah, I'm going to take with the bishop. This is very primitive. I'm not even castled yet. So do I play h5 or just h6? I like h6. It's less weakening. Cheesy basically did the same thing against me last time when colors were reversed. But I think in that case I might have actually been castled. But it doesn't seem right to start this kind of flank attack if I'm not even castled. That's just his system. We had the same thing last game. Oh, Morales had a bye. I'm sorry. I assumed you had a draw with the other player had a draw right below you. So I figured you got the same. That's the obvious explanation. This is Cheesy Noobs. Cheesy Noob, do you play the London system? Is that what's going on here? It's not a London system. It's other. Classified as other. E6. I like E6. Chirpy birds. He's obviously intending like bishop d3 at some point, so I can meet bishop d3 with queen e7. So I guard f7 and all those stupid sacrifices on g6. This is like wildly aggressive play by white, but I guess it's reasonable. It's not unsound. I don't like it personally. Nice. My mouse has been a little weird of late. Not sure about knight e4. Put your bishops on long diagonals to take things. That's what I was told. This is a little blunted. But the other one looks good. A lot of stuff to take on that diagonal. Take two and call me in the morning. But I still have flexibility to castle on either side. I think that's a very valuable concept here. Where am I going to castle? Keeping you in the dark for as long as possible. Now queen a4. No, I mean the point is I have this. Don't really get it. I was going to play this hippo. It's essentially a hippo. Anyway, Capablanca says queen a3. The queen a4, I don't know. He's just sort of fishing around for a plan, but doesn't really have one. a3 looks like a bad move. Honestly, I don't know what that does. Although b5, queen a5 maybe weakens my position a little too much. b5, queen a5, though maybe his queen is strangely placed there at the end of the day, and in all honesty. I'm not sure. I think he's looking at it as like preventing me from castling or something. Okay, birds, that'll be enough. I can play d5 as well. Pretty much whenever I want to. Not sure I want to. f5, knight g3, knight f6 looks kind of tempting, but knight f6 is illegal. Other than that, it's great. Alright, I'm going to go for this. Commitment. Now I can play f5, though. I can seriously play f5 next move, followed by knight f6. And a massive bind on the e4 square. I'm not sure, though, if I really like that. He went to b3. Oh, this looks good. Now I don't mind this. Normally knights on b6 are not good, but I mean this one's sheltered by the b5 pawn with outposts here. It's actually a pretty good b6 knight. That's about as good as you can do for a knight. A knight on knight 3. Wait, a little passive. Now c5, strongly tempting. I fall into a tactic there. He's just waiting for some kind of tactic. I could definitely castle kingside at this point. It looks sound. I'm not really foreseeing some massive attack. If h5, g5, I'm out of here. I'm going to play c5. And it's going to be a lot easier to open up his queen side than my king side. He does have the Aster mate. Tactical genius. I wouldn't go that far. I would say his play pretty much positional to this point, Aspade. It's just like a very aggressive positional plan to castle queenside in the queen pawn game. Sort of psycho-aggressive strategically. He seems to be getting stronger. His rating's gone up. He's like 2114. I don't think he was that high. He was like 1900 when he first started playing on my streams. I don't think he was 2100. There's like a 200 rating point increase since he first played. H5, G5. I'm giving my king the F8 square. Nothing tactical. It's all positional. Though I think that dichotomy is overly used. They're not diametric opposites. Tactical play and positional play. Queen e4, hoping for an endgame. But I don't really like that exchange necessarily for me. Though his queen is very strong in that position, obviously. Maybe knight d5? Knight d4 could start. Trying to perhaps rook d6. And this is really irritating. I don't know what to do. He plays a very strange style. Another player with a knight obsession. I noted last stream we had someone else who was playing like that. Obsessionary knight player. If f5, e5, I gotta get the knight off of d4. Good God. Queen is just too strong, man. On e4. It's unbelievable. I should have traded it before, looks like. Wow. He just didn't take on h6. He has a strong move, though, I guess. Bishop c7, knight e6. Does that win a piece? That's pretty deep. If so. That'd be pretty freaking deep. Can you imagine that? He just played knight f3 instead of taking on h6. Because he calculated this all the way. Bishop g7, knight e6. Are you serious? What? That's pretty deep. What? Man, two huge missed opportunities by white. Rook h6 or knight e6. I don't think he was winning there. But he was better. Maybe winning after rook h6 and better after knight e6. He hesitated. Very promising position. Now black is fine. For now. Momentarily fine. These are like unexpected move. Slight advantage for black. Just unbelievably tough player. He didn't take. That's crazy. What? Are you kidding me? Knight b1? Obviously, he's insanely strong at bullet chess for his rating. But no bullet games. Strange. Man, that was a tough game. I was probably lost after bishop h6. So there's only 3 players with 2 points. How is that possible? Immediately I have to play Schieberspieler in the 3rd round again. Hopefully at least I get white. Damn. I have to have the longest game. I should have been worse. Cheesy Noob is ridiculously underrated. 2030. He was just a little hesitant in the last part. Not that I can't lose to 2,000 players, but that was tough. I didn't have much. I had too much coffee today. I just had like a half coffee. Where were you? That was the easiest game of my life in round 1. Welcome guys to the stream. International Master William Pascal. Please join our team and join our tournament. It's still not too late. Please donate and support the stream if you can. So I get DK guy. Then who is Schieberspieler playing? This pairing is absurd. You can't pair the 2 against 3 and the 1 against the lower point group. I think the lichess pairing system doesn't understand, you know. It doesn't understand, like, that you don't base the pairings on standing. It's on rating. It's basing the pairings, like, it's seeding the players round to round based on tiebreak standing, it looks like. Exactly. This is totally bogus. Hope they're not holding tournaments that have money prizes with Swiss system pairings here. That's totally illegal. You can't pair like that. DK guy plays the Caro-Kann and the King's Indian. That's a weird combination, man. I'm trying everything. I've tried everything. 4 pawns attack. In honor of my friend Joe. Joe had to quit playing the 4 pawns attack eventually. Schieberspieler is a 4 pawns attack expert. Arthur Bisgeier played like bishop e2 against me. We had a draw. I had some kind of weird tactic against him. Nobody plays that line. Bishop e2. Basically, it's like a weird sort of f4 dragon. Where white's played... Yeah, it can't be a dragon if I played c4, but I don't know what else to describe it as. My time zone is Central European summertime. I played this line more with black than with white, but I just thought I'd throw something at TK guy he might not know. Something I haven't played before. Pretty simple variation. I remember... Okay, I mean, looking at it with with other people playing it for white. My friend Joe probably tried this off and on sometimes when he was white. Normally we play d5. We're playing a 4 pawns attack Benoni. But I just suddenly had an impulse to do this. It's not such a bad line for white. Similar to the Pierts. I'm pretty sure that Queen A5 is the main line here for black, not Queen H5. Honestly, don't really know why, per se. I mean, the queen is pretty bottled up on H5. But who knows? I'm not enough of an expert. Just getting a position and playing chess. White has good control of the center, but black should be okay. I don't remember this though. Bob Sacamano gifted freestyle. Bob, nice job. Good man. So, F5. I don't like this line that much. And it didn't seem to faze him. That minor thing, but I mean, if you look up this position afterwards, there are probably games with Queen H5. There has to be a reason why, though, that's not accurate. H3 was not the refutation, clearly. This is a position probably maybe Schieberspieler would like. Black has to be careful in the white squares. You know, you make a blockading move like F5. Well, it makes sense in the Nimzovician world, but at the same time, it might weaken his white squares, where he's weak. You know, he doesn't have a white square bishop, so it's not that easy for black to exploit those doubled pawns, like it was C3, C4 pawns in the Nimzo. It's his king side with F5. That seems pretty serious, honestly. So, speaking of F5, knight d5, e6. F5 is possible. Takes e3, takes. If he takes, we're sacking a pawn. Check. King h8. I mean, I like this better. We're active here, and I have space. Knight e2 is pretty weak. I mean, if I bring my knight back, I don't have knight d5, which is probably one of my greatest assets. The ability to play knight d5 in some position. Technically, you know, he's trading off my bishop pair, which is the right plan. White space compensates for my king centralization space. And g takes f is risky for black. I'm not sure he wants to do that. Open up his king here. F5 sacrifices like, well, I can just take back. I mean, it's not really a sacrifice. In fact, I probably should simply not be fancy and just take it back. But it's not forced. I mean, I could play maybe rook g1 check, king h8, rook g5, something like that. His knight loses its protection. I'm not doing rated games today because we're hosting a tournament. If you want to come back... Oh, I don't do rated games on the stream, though. If you want to ever play me rated games, you're going to have to arrange for that at another time. Rated games make me a target for people cheating, so it's not really a good idea. E5 is Cool. Cool idea. E5. Wow. Alright, so you got the D4 square. If I play knight D5, I guess. Maybe I ought to take on E6. Then what? Man, that's a brilliant move by black. Unless this falls. Maybe I have knight B5. I don't know. This is creeping me out. I think he's a genius. I don't think I'm better here. Debatable rook choice. You can't deny that my knight is strong, at least. He's got to watch E7. F6 looks interesting. Though I don't know if that's really a good idea or not. B4, F6, Bishop F1. Okay. Space. We got a request to join the team. I'll get to that after the game. Or Mr. Coffee, I guess, can't get it if I've already got the message. Yeah, I'm not confident about this position. What did you do, Bob? Alright, Bishop F1, the best square in the world. Is that really necessary? Why do I need to play that move? What is black threatening here? Nada. Nada, Bob. Nada mucho. But what is white threatening? Another F5. This is weird. Wait, F5 and Bishop E2? Oh, I get it. Wow, maybe I have to take. That's sort of ridiculous. I kind of hate that move. It's unbelievable tricky. He seems extra strong. The DK guy's very, he's like, goes through periods of intense strength and then slight weakening. He's like a hurricane. Very hurricane-like. So what am I doing here? H4. Hurricane DK. We're just trying to be steady. Steady as she goes. We have a plan. Again with that. He's like one-track mind. But this was my whole plan. Queenside majority. This is his one-track mind over here. feel like there's some sort of study-like solution. Now, if I go rook f1, he has knight g2 check. b5. It's unbelievable. I'm not really at any risk of losing, but I don't know if I'm better. This is a shame. Yeah, I'm probably at no advantage now. It's equal. Approximately equal. Wow. What a move. That is insanely deep. Just gonna go with the pawn. Yeah, I mean, I might even be worse somehow if you could set up some sort of mating net. It looks like a well-played game. I'm sure there are some mistakes. According to the engine, he's slightly better in the final position. Wow, you have a crazy trick. Rook c4? c7? What? That's wild. Look at this game. Let me go to let that other player in. Tournament. It looks like it was a good game by both sides. Back and forth. I mean, mistakes were made, but no massive blunders. Man, DK guy's play though, I've got 0 inaccuracies. 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. He made 1 inaccuracy now. Looks like it was fairly clean. Black might have played better than white. According to Stockfish, almost perfect. Even though I was better. Never really more than a pawn advantage for white. So Stockfish says 3 inaccuracies, 16 cent pawn loss for white, and 1 inaccuracy, 12 cent pawn loss for black. Wow. Makes you wonder how he got to negative 1.2. 2 inaccuracies, 12 cent pawn loss for DK Guy in a 40-move game. I wish I could do that in a tournament game, DK Guy. I couldn't even approach close to that in a long game. But I managed to do 16 cent pawn loss myself. It's better than all my last tournament games. We got another request. Are you serious? I had no games with under 20 cent pawn loss in my last 9-round tournament. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Not even close. I don't know why. You know, we're trying to play more complicated chess in a long game. I mean, rook c6 was your one-track mind. You were all thinking, all you could think about was the f6 pawn. Every move you made, like, seemed to be hinging on trying to pick off my f6 pawn. Which makes sense, you know, because it is a problem there. Oh, Sheeper still are still playing. Oh my god. What? Aldisto. Wow. Take him down. Draw. What's happening here? Give me that. Give me that. Ooh. Aldisto could be better. The G-Pawn queens, it's game over for Schieberspieler. Look at that big G-Pawn. Oh no. Now it's likely to be a draw. Alright guys, exciting round there. A couple of hard-fought draws. This is round 3 already. Arsh is playing Vichy the player. Arsh is 1594. And he's taking out Vichy the player. Uh-oh. That's a major upset, dude. You're 600 points lower rated. Draw. Dude. White was threatening mates or something? What? White's like totally lost, right? Just gave him a draw because he's so much higher rated. We're all guilty of that from time to time, but that looked like he was up a lot there. Alright, we've got total 21 players. It's still time to register if you'd like to join. DK withdrawing. Uber driver, draw repetition. I see that, Uber driver. Mr. Know-It-All. But I assumed it was like, you know, he was aware that it was a draw repetition. Although once in a while, like it happened to me in February or January. In Time Scramble, I accidentally allowed a draw repetition in a close to winning position. But I was assuming here it was just because he was willing to take a draw. Not like it was accidental. But maybe you're right. Alright. DK Guy is in first place. Schieberspieler, second by tiebreak. I'm in third. Aldisto, fourth. So what are we going to do? Knight f3, d4. What am I going to do? The London system, okay. No, I can repeat that line we played before. Play it right for once. The Jabava London. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Something's wrong. Oh, you played differently. You played... Who did something different? Did you play differently last time? No, this is the right position. Okay. Sorry. Losing my mind. Checking rook b8. I don't know why I have certain mental blocks in certain positions. a4. A theoretical novelty. He must have checked this with the engine. Well, I don't want my rook getting trapped. Although I wouldn't mind sacrificing the exchange. Something like rook b4 is kind of interesting. It's a really weird move, but... I'm gonna regret this. This is dumb. This is a dumb idea. I've got a pawn for the exchange, but it's not really enough. He home prepped this variation. A4 is some new move that he found with the computer. I was too emotionally involved, invested here. What's up? 95, not good. I'm way behind in development, so we've got to get out of the box before we lose immediately. I'm lost here, but maybe we can stir up some sort of weird counterplay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I impulsively played rook b4. Couldn't resist it. It's a weird decision. Wait, what? Yeah, that's unbelievable. The what? What just happened? I'm not going to survive long here with the rooks on the board. It was just a stupid idea. He's too good. Well, he didn't use the computer during the game. He prepared for me with a4. Why did I just move so instantly? I have to make a reasonable move here. Queen d8. I was afraid of knight b5. I'm getting my rook trapped. Why not rook b8, then knight b5? That's his prep. I mean, it looks like my a pawn is falling. He's thinking about something fancy here. Play something fancy. And white is just winning here. Oh well. That's why he's 25-86. With that rating, he has to be GM strength. Number 5 on the entire site. Yeah, I mean, thank you for spending a lot of time on that, though. Really unnecessary. Now I've got to be careful I don't get mated. by some trick like 95 check. But I don't think that's good enough. Rook d1, very strong. Rook c8. You had bishop c6, yeah. But I still think it's really not a good situation to look for complications. Of course, you can play bishop c6 too. Man, I don't have anything for this exchange. Bishops mean very little here. If I could trade the queens, I would have a small chance of survival. Yeah, he's always... Maybe bishop a8 is not bad. Luckily, like on 95 checks, I have this. Queen takes e5, otherwise the 95 would be a tactical threat of a very serious order. But he could choke here. There is potential to choke. If he wasn't so high rated, I would think like I would have hope. Definitely chances for white to choke and blow this completely winning position. Especially with all the pressure of everyone watching and stuff. What do you think, Bob? Queen d4. Subtle threats. I suppose f6 isn't so bad. What about e5? Queen a7 check. Is queen a7 check a big threat? e5. Seems like he's rushing a little. We had to defend c2. We still got hope now. I mean, he allowed too much counterplay than he should have. More than he should have. I gotta get my king to a safe place. What did... Somebody said keep your king in a safe place at the beginning of the stream. Who was that? Bob, no evaluations now. That's not right. None of that. Audience collusion. Oh yeah. I can't afford to drop that pawn. right. My problem is my other bishop. I think I just lost my c3 pawn. c3 PO. How are my practical chances here? Right. I'm gonna drop my queen. I was seriously about to drop my queen. That's ridiculous. So my move order. I misplayed this. I think I had opportunities. He likes the bishops. I might have been winning, but I feel kind of bad about it if I was winning. So you feel sort of guilty. You fabricated that? Yeah, that wasn't a good game by me. We were very lucky there. Swindle the draw. DK guy said he was quitting the tournament. Now's the time to withdraw. For DK guy. Feel free. That was serious bad. Almost I was winning, man. I probably had some obscure win. I was so happy not to lose. I'm not the champion, man. DK guy is the champion. 3.5 points. Thank God I already played him. Now, don't forget that DK guy had a fight with his boss today. So he's extra angry. Pretty unusual for me going for that exchange down. I don't know. I was upset by A4. It was like a poker game where you sort of go on tilt momentarily. A4 upset me psychologically. I knew that it was preparation and I figured I was at a distinct disadvantage. I just psychologically made a very quick decision because I was upset by that move, A4. Aldisto, another strong player. Alright, you gotta keep it. You're gonna submit the game. The Mushroom Gambit. Bob, how does that sound? Yeah, don't forget to make your submissions, guys, for Thursday. Mushroom Gambit game. Alright, I have a plan. I just don't know what it is yet. Whoa. Yeah, that's actually Aldisto's favorite weapon used against him. The Wing Gambit in reverse. Well, not in reverse, but in this case, Aldisto is usually playing the Wing Gambit. So, we're using his own favorite theme against him. Alright. But it's okay, it's nothing tremendously devastating. This is exact reverse of my game against International Master Nemeth Zoli 3 weeks ago. I had the same position with black. My opponent was playing Aldisto's setup, this Botvinnik English with white pieces. I think I would probably play A5 for black here, but they don't like to play A5 because it's inflexible. Now knight F6, a bit of a surprise. You shouldn't really block your F-pawn, I would think. What's the deal? Blocking his F-pawn from that kind of critical expansion. Not real usual here. 97 is more traditional. A clear win toward the end for no problem at all. Man, just when I had it under control. I'm sure he had a clear win at the beginning. Now H6. Interesting. So what? Alice's other favorite game is like not castling. And that's what I'm going to do. Think about not castling. So we're using two of Alice's favorite themes against him. Smislav, And this Russian candidate master, who I used to call Cane Man. Cane Man would do this every game with both colors. A3, B4, Rook B1, Queen C1, Bishop D2, Bishop G2, C4, G3. This is his opening. Every single game with both colors. It's hard to do that. To play the English or Sicilian every single game. We have a clear positional advantage. The white square bishop blocked, but it's still unopposed. It looks like we have some sort of advantage here. Blocked, but still alive. Uh-oh. DK guy's talking trash. Now E3 inhibits bishop takes H6, so I don't really want to do that. I do like protect to pass pawns though. Maybe I'll break down and play that. Go for protect to pass pawn. It's not protected yet, but it is protected by a bishop. A protect to pass pawn is a pawn that's passed protected by another pawn. I do have bishop E3 though. That looks kind of... No, that runs into rook C8. Still not so easy. Still not so easy. E4 is good. E4. But I mean, D6 doesn't do anything. Black to play. I feel like I should wait on the E4. I need a constructive move. The white squares are weak, but no. Alright. The best future for my knight here. Where is my knight best off? Here, here. Now look at this, rooks. I can use my Zoli game. Actually, I missed last move, Queen C4. That was an interesting idea. Something that happened against Zoli. Queen C5. Yeah, B6 seems right. Goes for a sort of blockade strategy. Knight C3. A4, A5. Castles. You can't castle without dropping H6. I'm threatening F4. How about F4? Just F4. Could be double-edged. But I mean, black's king is in the center. It's a great play by Albisto positionally. Find knight d8, knight b7, try to blockade. But the e5 square falls, black's in serious trouble here. My center is devastating. The pawn center is T-bone. It's a T-bone steak. It's a sure sign that you're hungry if you start fantasizing that your pawn structure is a steak. But this doesn't look good. Center's just out of control. There's no way he can soundly sacrifice a piece here. I don't think the d6 ever worked. Black should be a dead man. And even d4 is strong. d4 right away. Speaking of d6. The last thing I want to do is like play bishop takes h6. That would be seriously stupid. But I mean, this isn't so easy. He has 2 pawns for the piece. But I don't think his king side is safe. No. You could still play bishop h6 here. Got this square. But I don't think I played this real accurately. Guys, please support the stream if you can. We only have 1 place in the top 3 cheer spots occupied. We need more cheerleaders. What about my A-Rook? Where is that guy when you need him? I need to swing my A-Rook or B-Rook, whatever it is. Started on A1. All I need to do is get that in the game, man. It's over. Easier said than done. It's sort of a stupid move, honestly. What am I going to do? Queen A6? Queen is out of play over there. We're going to need a good technique to finish him off. I feel like his king side is extremely weak. He's going to take the pawn. Not really my primary concern. I have 1 d-pawn. How many do I need? That's not the problem here. But I do need a way to break through his blockade, which isn't going to be that easy. He's collecting a lot of pawns now. 3 pawns. Bishop e4, knight e4. What do you play on knight e4? Knight f5? Oof. If I can fix my pawn structure, I mean, I think I'm just winning. I also have the passed d-pawn, which is pretty monstrous. d6, rook a e1. His c-pawn's not going anywhere. At least it's not getting through the The 7th to the 8th. Okay, he can tie me down, though. E7's pretty strong. Whoa. Rook f7, take, king h8, queen e8, check. Take, check. No. Alright. What's up now, guys? First place. DK Guy and Cheaper Spieler in battle. Close time. DK Guy again with 2 knights, like he was against me. Cheaper Spieler with his patented bishop. Looks like a good battle. There's a nice smothered mate, sort of, don't know what you called it. Rook c5, dc5, knight c2 mate by DK Guy. It's like British Knights. DK Knights. It's not BK Knights, it's DK Knights. A new brand. Rebranding. He can start his own sneaker line. Black has all 4 pieces active. Time is suddenly tilting. DK Guy's in trouble on time. What? King d5. Totally unclear. Totally unclear. Active king might compensate. Maybe he's fine here. He is fine. The engine actually says DK Guy was slightly favored after king d5. Oh, you missed the win? Yeah, Cheaper Spieler was better toward the end. The dark square has started to melt down. Alright. So we got another result. Yeah, he's always talking a lot of trash. I noticed that, DK Guy. You do talk the occasional trash yourself. Bishy the player, Mr. Slow. 1 ongoing games. Somehow that's not grammatically correct. Nah, this doesn't look good. Some problems there. Alright, that's the last game for this round. No remaining games. I didn't realize that Larry Bird was so big a trash talker. But I was never a Celtics fan when I was a kid. was a 76ers, sort of. I lived in Philadelphia, so during Larry Bird's empire, I wasn't living in Boston. Mr. Uber. I grew up with Julius Erving, the greatest basketball player in Philadelphia. Alright, guys. What are we going to do? Schieberspieler's got 4. I've got 4. There's 2 rounds left. Just win the rest of our games. Dinekis coming on strong with 3 wins simultaneously. Simultaneously, no. In a row. Alright, Julius Erving. Dr. J. It was a great generation for basketball. Alright. Let's get it on. 12 seconds left. Round 6. Guys, check out my YouTube channel. The link is in the tournament description. Vishy the player, he used to play the C3, knight C3, closed Sicilian. Now he switched to the Mora. I'm a little predictable here. I'm going to throw him off with D5. This is like a weird gambit line. So we're transposing possibly to a Danish. What else could it be? Man, I saw this similar position today. Bishop G4, Knight C3. I saw almost the exact same position today. It's funny. Vishy the player just getting stronger and stronger. 22-25. Am I supposed to play Bishop D? It's possible to play Bishop D5. Blobix has a game. Bishop D5, Knight D5, Bishop D1, Knight C7 check, King D7, Knight A8, Bishop H5 or something. That's plausible as well. Interesting. Interesting gambits. Interested in gambits. He's taking an awful lot of time here on one move. Mr. Schieberspiel, you have the best tie breaks? We should have similar... What, did he leave the board or something? Alright. I feel like he's green, so he didn't break the connection. Oh, that's almost like a Scandinavian after H3. Isn't that weird? Bishop F3, Knight C6, though. I mean, that should be pretty good, shouldn't it? Bishop takes, Knight C6, Bishop B5. Not so clear. So I'm not sure. Wow, this is really weird. I should play Bishop H5, I guess. What is up with this? Not playing Bishop E2. Something strange about this. Obviously he can lag in development. The weird part is this line, like, that doesn't seem fair. Bishop F3, Queen F3, Knight C6, Bishop E5. Rook C8, D5. And I'm just lost there? Really? A6. It's crazy. I wonder if I should consider Bishop E6. Something different. Be different. Think outside the box. Stopping D5. Alright. I have the most uncomfortable chair in the world. Antonio, take care. Well, you don't suck. Just gets weirder and weirder. G6. 95. Bishop G7, there's no time. I don't have time to mess around here. I have to do this. The pin is too strong. The pin is mightier than the sword. I have never seen anyone in my life play H3 early on in the C3 Sicilian without playing Bishop E2. It's weird. I don't understand. I guess there's a premature exchange on D4. Makes it kind of a weird position. But I don't feel 100% comfortable with this. H3, bishop takes F3. I still can't believe I don't have a move there. And this is a guy who used to play the C3 Sicilian. The closed Sicilian. I thought, maybe I'm getting confused with someone else. Vishy the player. I'm getting you confused with someone else. Alright, maybe. Maybe. Right, okay. I want to develop my pieces. And they take C6. Not a very friendly move. It's like a really strange Scandinavian. I mean, is Queen A5 a mistake? What did I do wrong? I could play Queen D8, Queen H5, that seems like trash. Queen E6 check. Queen E6 check. But then Bishop E3 is a good move. I mean, maybe Queen E6 check isn't that stupid. Queen E6 check, Bishop E3, Knight C6. Then I lose a piece to D5. So that's pretty stupid. Bishop D2. Played like a master. G6. This is scary. How about Queen D8? Attacking that pawn. Oh, I get it. He's got good moves no matter what I do. Queen B6. Queen B6. Okay. Do you mind if I finish my development sometime? All I want to do is play like G6, Bishop G7, and get out of here. Just let me get out of here. Should be fine after that. Bad bishop isn't so bad. Guys, please support the stream. We had a tier 2 sub from HTFP today, but no cheerleaders. A gift sub from Bob. Much appreciated. Guys, also check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'm threatening to make some new material. For real. Even if you don't check it out, please subscribe over on YouTube. Guys, tomorrow we have our Weird Wednesday. It's Wednesday already. Weird Wednesday. Unusual opening stream in the morning, 11 a.m. Central European time. And I don't have many submissions for Thursday. We'd appreciate submissions for Thursday's stream. Game analysis for subscribers. I'm on d4. I'm on b2. That's not really my priority, grabbing the pawn on b2. I might take it if I have no other choice. Bishop e3, queen b2. He's really tanking here. I don't trust my opening. I just wanted to kind of throw him off, because I only play one line against the... Or you guys know what I play against the Smith-Morra, so... I wanted to throw him off. Bishop f4, okay. Neutral move. Net neutrality. I have a bad feeling about that. Why can't I take on b2? Queen b2, knight a4? Queen b2, knight a4. Well, it's clearly dangerous. Queen b2, knight a4. Not safe. Knight d5. Interesting move. Or I can just try to develop. This looks dangerous. Bishop f4. Genius. Just have to suck it up. My knight is solid. My whatever it is, knight. My knight is solid on d5. Solid knight. I'm gonna try to play e6 instead of g6. The basic premise here. I couldn't decide what to play, but I don't like knight a4, knight c5 hitting my bishop on e6. So if he's gonna play that, we can play like maybe queen a7. And my bishop's super strong. The bishop is a brutal piece. I've had games like this with white. I'm sitting like, what am I gonna do about that bishop on d5? Yes, he can get his like knight on c5, but my bishop on d5 is a killer. Now at least I can control the c5 square. I like how he doesn't care about this pawn. He's totally okay with that. I mean, now like on knight a4 I have queen b5 too. It's probably not that bad. He's threatening knight takes d5, but it's not a big deal. Super pawn. You know you love super pawn. Oh, this is on his bishop. We have another question. Now we have super knight. Super pawn, nay, super knight. And I'm having hallucinations that white can play queen a4. That's seriously demented. How would white play queen a4 in this position? Exactly. How does that work? Castles knight d7, of course. Queen a4. What if I take the pawn now? Eh. I'm so happy to just castle. It's like my game with Josh Whiteskin. I was white in a similar sort of position. It's a pity to take that, but it's so ugly. Rook takes g7 check. Bishop takes f2 check. King takes f2. Queen a7 check. Hit queen d2 there. Did that work? Dude, I mean, if he plays queen d2 here, threatening rook takes g7, do I have a way to deal with that? Man, that's... I guess he could sack on g7, it doesn't matter though. I'll just play king h8 or something. I'm not sure. Speaking of king h8, tactical endgames. That was pretty rough. Man, this is weird. Not really well played by me. I think he had something there. The opening was a disaster. I guess bishop g4 is just bad here. Istvan, Gushtola Istvan against Schreiber Bela. I don't even know those guys. Knight c3. And already queen a5 and I'm in big trouble. h3 engine move, number 1. And now it's amazing. It's like clear advantage to white after 5 moves. Guys, we had another request. Mick blah blah. I don't know about that. Alright, let's go on. I think that was someone that I had to mute on the stream or something. Or ban. Not really good. Alright, let's go on. Bob with a submission for Thursday night. Back to tournament. Are we starting? Where's the tournament? Arsh says, I want to play you. Where is the refreshed results? 12 seconds. 1 round left. So I played everyone but Dinekus and Uber Driver in the top 7. Dinekus. Oh, the last round. Alright guys. Every time there's a last round, it's like a bug. Alright. Try a different window. Are we on the right window? No. Alright, we're going to try to fix the window. Trying to fix window. Damn. Why does this always happen in the last round? Why does it only happen in the last round? The crazy bug. How about now? It usually comes back after a while. What am I supposed to do? Like refresh my stream? It's driving me crazy, dude. So last time it was coming back like alright, let me try something. Sources. Add source. Add source. Window capture. Add source. Add source. Wait. Man, I don't know which window capture is which window capture anymore. This is really gonna be a problem. Nope. Nope. That's Steam. Steam. This is pissing me off, dude. Maybe I got it. Alright. Somehow I woke it up, but it looks like it's misplaced. At least you guys can see the game. It's better than nothing. I had to spend 1.5 minutes of my time. I could try to resize it a little bit. Lichess has a bug with last round of Swiss tournaments where the board is messed up. Every time I do a stream where it's 7 round or 9 round Swiss tournament, the last round, it's the weirdest thing. Sometimes like 2 pieces are just missing. This time the whole board was like blacked out. So what's happening? Where's Dinekus? He's giving me the time back because he felt bad. Bonus time. Guys, thanks for joining. He's sacrificing back his time. It's a King's Indian. C5. I don't know, should I take? I don't see any reason why. It's like the George Meyer variation for white. The worst thing you could do is like CD, queen takes, d4, knight h5, resigns. Losing your bishop on b2. Oh my god. So I guess knight takes. Standard double fianchetto kind of setup. We get in c4. So the knight can get in behind. We get a normal setup. It's like symmetrical English. Now, his objectively best try there might be to play d5, but it's like a tempo down. So I don't know if that's all that ideal for black. Now I'm trying to think, what sort of formation do I want to play here? With a knight on d7. I mean, obviously I could play rook c1, and if knight c5, then b4. feel like we've had a game like this. H3 is always useful. He can't really move his B pawn. It's too weakening. Yeah, it's always weird this last round. Since about when they started the Swiss tournaments. Actually, I don't think the bug was there in the beginning. Come to think of it, we've run about 20 of these Swiss tournaments. And now that I think about it, doesn't seem like that bug was there to start off. Okay, now F4 is a little risky, but I'm going to go for it. Knight D5. Maybe I overextend a little bit here, but I think white is better. Well, we can smash this pawn structure. I'm not going to try to grab the pawn on C6. So, queen d8, knight c6, bc6, knight f6. Better for white, but it's still a game. Objectively, I can't take on c6. c5 might be an interesting move, strategically, conceive of. I'm not sure if he should do that or not, but it's reasonable. White's slightly better. But Dinekis is underrated. I think he makes his ratings funny numbers for some sort of historical significance. 18 something was significant, like 1884. He had all of his ratings the same number at one point. Alright, let's see. Queen b6 check, c5 takes, smashing his structure. But I don't know about queen e7, objectively. I thought queen b6 was a better try. It does look hard for black to get any counterplay now. Rook e1. And he's got queen a7. Reasonable. But it won't defend his d6 pawn. I want to play king h2 anyway. So queen a7 is probably fairly lame. c5 I wanted to play, but I was sort of timing it, and I don't need to rush it. Queen d2, queen d4 now. Actually, that's pretty strong. Queen d4 now hitting that. Black's on the verge of being lost now. He might have some counterplay. Yeah, I forgot he could do that. It's interesting. Okay, so we'll go into slightly better endgame. Maybe more than slightly better. c5. Fix it and forget it with Fixident. That's what the commercial says. Man. So, we're playing against two sets of double pawns here, trying to take away all good breaks. Kill his bishop. While we're at it, his pieces are in very awkward squares. I can probably get these pawns back when I want to, so it's a good it's a good long-term pawn sack. Our rooks are active, all our pieces are good, our king can approach the center, whereas black's is kind of boxed in. White has excellent chances to win here. I'm not saying it's a winning position, I'm not sure, but very awkward for black to play. Bishop doesn't have squares. You know, this is bad, this is bad. This can get hit by f5. This is last round, guys. I'm trying to keep up with Schieberspieler since the Kardashians are finally, thankfully, done keeping up with the Schieberspielers. Rook ed1, mercifully, was the word that I'm looking for. And hopefully the other reality show that we've all been following will be over soon as well. So this is a great move by Black. Great move. Rook takes c5, a4. Although, you know, I mean, maybe I just take that. And it's a strong pawn. A5 is like brilliant though. Okay, it's not that hard to find. He doesn't have that many options, honestly. I'm not sure about this. Taking on c5 was possible, but then a4 takes, and he's active. Here I have like rook a4. I suspect I'm close to winning. Oh, he's setting up bishop e6. Then I go to a4 though. Yeah, objectively, maybe not. Scary. He's scary. Very scary. Okay, rook a4. Got to. On his rook. I get a pawn. He gets a pawn. I get a pawn. I like that. Got the better structure. We still control the open file. I don't want him coming on the 7th. But this pawn duo is really strong. Now I'm threatening bishop g2, which should win the game. Essentially, if he doesn't do anything about it. Your Berger. Berger wasn't in the tournament today. I don't think that lichess really understands pairings and tiebreaks. Maybe tiebreaks works. Pairings is definitely dubious. Wait, whoa, what's that? What's that about? Some sort of trick? What's bishop there? Bishop g2, rook where? Oh, I see. No, I don't see, really. Two connected pass pawns on the queen side. I should be winning. His king is out of play. I have his outside pawns. We take on d5 and then we have two connectors. And now I have rook d8 next, forcing a pure rooking game. Probably he shouldn't have allowed that. My king is cut off, but I get the rook behind the passed pawns. I mean, now I should approach. The approach. The right approach to this position. Oh, maybe cutting his king off? This is passive. Why would I go there? But objectively, it's winning. He's doing a good job. That was a mouse slip. It was actually a pretty good mouse slip. Controlling the b4 square. He played it about as well as you can play it, I would say. This stage. Man, this is my favorite endgame. No. My favorite endgame is, yeah, this is my favorite endgame. I forgot. Rook takes h4 loses. Well, I guess everything loses. I should close the deal. Automatic win. 2 connected pawns. The rook and 2 connected pawns. Alright guys, Schieberspieler wins a tiebreak. How did you crush me so bad on tiebreaks? That first round, Lud forfeit. My forfeit win. I don't know. He's the higher rated player. He's supposed to get the highest tiebreaks, so that's fair. I fully expected to lose on tiebreaks, Schieberspieler. I should have one more tiebreak, see? I should have 21.5, according to the expert. Anyway, congratulations to FM Schieberspieler. Deservedly winning the tournament. I was pretty lost. In our individual game as well, lucky to survive there with a cheapo. Sleazy comeback from a lost position. I feel kind of bad about that. So I'm in second place with 6 points. DK guy with a solid 5. Fought very toughly. You should have lost then, and Sladgie would win. How's that? How would... You mean against you? DK guy lost in an equal position. Just a draw I'd be happy with. Schieberspieler had a draw with me, draw with Alistair, but if you had held him to a draw, DK guy would have won the tournament. So you can blame yourself. DK guy in third place, good job. Aldisto came back to fourth. Mr. Slowhand finishing in fourth. Good comeback, Mr. Slow. After, well, actually he had like 50% in the beginning. Vichy the player with 3.5. Dinekis with 3.5. Thanks for the game in the last round. BM13 with 8. And Xerox and Uber Driver rounding out 9 and 10. Uber Driver only playing, what, 5 games? 4 games? 3.5 out of 4. Who'd you lose to? Schieberspieler in the last round. I understand that's what was going on. Obviously, Uber Driver was playing the Caro-Kann with white. The solution to this problem, Uber Driver, is not to play the Caro-Kann with white. When I see that position, that's all I had to say. Anyway, guys, I will see you later. Schieberspieler with 2480 performance. I had the highest performance rating today. Monster. All right. Anyway, but we're going to be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. CEST. Thanks to our new subscribers. Guys, please support the stream if you can. Make a donation. We appreciate it. Sadly, I'm a professional chess player, so this is what I do. I will see you guys later. Again, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. CEST. Congratulations to Schieberspieler and DK Guy for 3rd place. Thanks, guys, for playing. It was fun. We're going to get some rest now. We'll see you at 11 a.m. Weird Wednesday. Unusual openings and Blitz and Rapid. Bye-bye.